This Japanese company has been in the Indian market for a couple of years now. Well, the Nissan Magnite has been doing good in figures, which is why the brand decided to tweak it and make it much more flavorful for the Indian consumers. Now they have come up with the Nissan Magnite EZ-Shift. Let's see what it is. I am Harshvardhan. Welcome to Gaadi Ki. So let's see what's under the hood. You get 4 different variants, which is the naturally aspirated petrol, this is the naturally aspirated EZ-Shift petrol, turbo petrol and the turbo CVT petrol. So we have the naturally aspirated EZ-Shift variant, which has 72 PS of power and 96 Newton meter of torque. Talking about the next design, which is something people always want to or which people always look at, this particular car doesn't have any major changes as compared to what it was previously. It has the same entire grille in the front, it's got DRLs on the front, it's got fog lamps, the same plastic claddings on the front, and it's got the same LED lights as well. On the side you have these plastic claddings. Looking at the side of the car, you get 16 inches alloy wheels, which are of the profile of 195/60, and you have this Nissan Magnite logo on the side. You have sharp contours on the body, which is running from the front till the back, which looks aesthetically very nice. I personally liked it. This car comes with a 40 litre of fuel capacity, and looking at the boot, you have around 336 litres of boot space, and further folding the seats, you have around 690 litres of boot space overall. Coming to the rear side of the car, you have LED tail lamps, which also house the reverse light and the indicators. You have the EZ-Shift badge over here and the Nissan Magnite logo with the Nissan Magnite badging and nothing else. It's pretty simple, decent. Now, if you're looking to have a sub 4 meter compact SUV, this can be your right choice. This is a 3.99 meter long car, which has a ground clearance of 205 mm, which is very ideal for Indian road conditions. Now, let's sit in the inside and see how it is. So now we are sitting on the inside of this car, and you've got basic plastics over here. You've got one plain piece over here in a honeycomb texture, and you've got a 8-inch infotainment screen, which also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is wireless. You've got few space over here to keep your phone, and you can probably keep 2 phones over here, one on the top and one on the down. You have a USB socket and your 12-volt charging socket in the front as well. Your start and stop button comes over here, and you have your AC buttons, which are dials, basically dial modes you can call them. You've got your gear lever, which is placed a little on the lower side. You've got twin cup holders over here and a center armrest, which is not adjustable, it is standard fixed. So this infotainment system is slightly tilted towards the driver's side, so he doesn't have to get distracted way too much. You have a very small rear view mirror, and it doesn't come with a auto dimming. I am sitting in the rear side of this particular car, and I must tell, there is ample amount of space. I, being a 5'11" tall guy, I am comfortably sitting. I have a headrest and I have a lot of headroom as well. I have good knee room as well, but I must tell, if in case the driver tends to pull back the seat, I may be a little cramped up. The third person can be comfortably sitting in this particular car, but he doesn't get a headrest. There is a tiny bump, not a really big bump over here, but that can be negligible. You get a center armrest with twin cup holder and a small space. Probably you can keep your phone or 1 or 2 cards of yours. You get a 12-volt charging socket in the center over here with 2 AC vents, which is for the rear passengers as well. So we are now driving the Nissan Magnite EZ-Shift. I must tell, the car initially is very lovely. The way it picks up the power, the way it picks up the shifts is very nice. The only drawback is the gear change gaps. It is pretty long. Like, you have a good ample amount of 1 to 1.5 seconds that it's going to take, and that's when the gear shifting happens. Apart from that, the steering controlling, the stability, everything feels perfect. The turning radius, in fact, is very nice on this, and the steering is perfect. It's sturdy, it is not loose, it's not taking you all over the road. It is controlled, it is under your control. The horn, I must tell you, the horn is pretty decent and pretty nice according to what they have given for this particular car. And one thing which I didn't at all like is the engine noise that it produces when you gear down and then immediately give a full throttle. Right now I'm cruising at the 5th gear, and if I immediately give the throttle and the gear shift goes down to 3rd or 2nd depending, the way the car engine makes the sound is very, very irritating. It gets annoying after a particular while. Now, one more good thing that I liked about this particular car is the music system. I believe it's got standard JBL from the factory, and it's pretty loud. So if in case you probably happen to not listen to any music or just having a conversation with your co-passenger, then this engine gets a lot noisy on the higher RPM, which is annoying. Probably you'll start getting irritated after a while. The engine hood insulation is pretty less, though there is a damping sheet on that, but I don't know why. There is a lot of engine noise that comes on the inside for this particular car. So I could anyhow manage to grab a 140 of a top speed on this. Beyond that, the engine wasn't giving in. The power wasn't really coming up to it, though. I was on the 4th gear at a 136, 137, and at the 5th gear it just dropped down, and then it didn't catch up on this. So probably if you're expecting it to be fast on the highways, max to max 130 for a good speed. Obviously we don't promote high speed chases because you need to be under a controlled environment, but 140 is the max what this car can pull you up to. So now talking about the brakes are pretty decent. I'm not going to tell you that they are perfect, they're just decent, right? You just brake in, they will respond back, but not so immediately. They are not quick. They will do the job, but not to the great extent that you would be expecting it to instantly stop. The front tires come with a disc brake, the rear tires are the drum ones, so you might want to be a little cautious when you're doing a high speed chase. And talking about the suspension is pretty decent. You have a little bit of body roll, but these kind of body rolls are expected in a sub 4 meter category cars. Coming to the biggest question, the pricing. Well, the pricing is still not officially revealed by Nissan, which is going to be revealed on the 9th of October. You would be taking a wild guess that the previous variant, the CVT variant, was priced around 10 to 12 lakhs. So if this particular AMT variant, which is already late to the market by Nissan, if the pricing for this particular AMT variant would be priced around 10 to 12 lakhs or lesser than that, it would be very great. So let us know what you think about this particular car in the comments below. I am Harshvardhan, signing off.